It is common to allow outdoor dogs and cats to roam freely and explore their surroundings. This is true for both cats let out of the house and dogs that may wander around their neighborhood. However, the situation may be slightly different in the small German district of Feckenheim. Hello and welcome to Amazing Animal Stories. Today, we will tell you a story of how this horse has gone on a walk alone for the past 17 years, until one day she saw a baby and did this. However, before we begin our story, we would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel, Amazing Animal Stories, and also press the bell icon. Let's get started. In Feckenheim, it's not uncommon to spot a unique type of outdoor pet strolling the streets. Instead of the typical sassy cat or sniffing dog, residents are accustomed to seeing a beautiful Arabian mare named Jenny taking leisurely walks through the neighborhood. It's unusual to find horses on the streets, but Jenny can be seen every morning without a handler. Despite her morning excursions, Jenny is not a stray horse. She has a comfortable home and a loving owner named Werner. Werner and his wife have owned their horse Jenny for over 25 years. They used to spend a lot of time together, taking rides around their farm and exploring the streets. As Werner has aged and can no longer lead an active lifestyle, he can no longer ride or take Jenny out for walks. Werner recalls that Jenny used to be part of a pair, with their second mare Charlie traveling together as part of a caravan. Werner and his wife Anna and their adorable group of animals, including a peppy white shepherd named Avita, have had their beloved Jenny for over 25 years. The group used to be bigger, including a second mare named Charlie, but she passed away over the years. Now, Avita would join Werner and Jenny in their rides. As Werner's rides became less frequent, he became concerned that Jenny would become bored and that she would not be able to get the necessary enrichment and exercise she needed. Jenny, who had been part of a caravan throughout her life, was used to an active lifestyle. The sudden lack of exercise would have been difficult for her to adjust. So one day, Werner decided to let her out of her stable and allow her to roam the open space on his property. Jenny was thrilled to be outside and happily galloped across the land while her owner watched from afar. However, Werner noticed something different about Jenny that day. Instead of returning to the stables, Jenny stood by the fence, looking back at Werner with her intelligent eyes. He knew what she wanted. She missed taking walks on the streets. Many people don't realize that horses can be as friendly or social with humans as dogs or cats. But after spending so many years with all kinds of animals, Werner knew they were all unique and intelligent in their own way. Horses are highly social creatures. Jenny, in particular, loves meeting people. She happily greeted people and observed the quiet bustle as they trotted through the streets. Werner sighed, walked to the fence, and released the latch. Jenny made an excited noise and happily trotted past the fence, ready for her walk on the streets. Allowing her to take a walk, Werner trusted that his gentle and curious horse Jenny would return safely. Known to everyone in the town as his horse, the community enjoyed seeing her with him on the streets. On that particular day, Jenny came back home just before it was time for lunch. At noon, Werner saw her trotting up the path to the farm, where he was waiting for her by the gate. The entire day he had been worried about Jenny and received phone calls from concerned individuals asking if he knew that his horse had gone missing. Werner had explained to them that Jenny was not missing, but rather out for her morning walk. For the following days, Werner allowed Jenny to walk in the morning, and she always returned before noon. He jokingly said it seemed like she had a clock in her stomach that reminded her it was time to come home for food. This routine continued for several years, and eventually, the neighborhood became accustomed to seeing the 25-year-old mare on her daily strolls. To avoid confusion, Werner placed a note around Jenny's neck that informed people that she was not a runaway and posed no threat to them. The note read, "My name is Jenny. I am not lost, just going for a walk. Thank you." The note also included Werner's home address and phone number in case anyone came across Jenny and needed to contact him. As Jenny walked through the neighborhood, locals would pet her, give her treats, and even watch out for her as she crossed the streets. Drivers would pause to let her cross the road and compliment her. Even at the tram station, the staff had become familiar with her visits and treated her like a celebrity. Jenny loved her town, and the town loved her back. Jenny was so well known that even the police were aware of her. Occasionally, newcomers to the area would spot her and call the police about a horse roaming the streets unattended. The police would then call Werner to confirm that Jenny was with him. He would always confirm and explain that she was well trained and knew how to wait for crossing lights. Her worst behavior was only ever nibbling on the occasional rosebush. Jenny had been following the same route for over a decade without incident, but one day she had an unexpected encounter with a baby. While on an unusual walk, she met a man walking with his 2 dogs and his baby in a stroller. The man, who was new to the area, was surprised to see a horse approaching him and his baby. His daughter had been crying in her stroller and was so distressed that he didn't know what to do to calm her down. If he had been expecting any reactions to his walking tot, he certainly didn't expect it from a horse. So when Jenny stopped by the baby's stroller and peeked into it to stare at the baby, the man was shocked. The man was worried that the large animal could hurt his little girl. But to his amazement, Jenny shocked him further. She gently nuzzled the crying baby's hand and watched her with kind eyes. To the man's surprise, the baby stopped crying and began to giggle as if nothing out of the ordinary had just occurred. Jenny then continued on her way, nibbling on a rosebush just a few feet down the road. The dad was so amazed by the encounter that he couldn't stop telling everyone about it, calling it an encounter with the horse mayor. This further endeared Jenny to the community. A journalist who heard about the beloved horse of Feckenheim shared her story on social media, but it received mixed reactions. Many people shared their special encounters and stories of horses doing incredible things and being an important part of their society. However, some people online criticized Werner for allowing Jenny to roam the streets without supervision, arguing that it was not safe for her or the other people on the roads and streets. The residents of Feckenheim dismissed these criticisms as absurd. They all had a deep affection for Jenny and willingly took care of her. They were always ready to assist her if she ever needed help. Werner also shared that he regularly took Jenny to the vet for checkups. The vet found the horse highly intelligent, alert, relaxed, and content. In fact, her daily walks were beneficial for her overall health. She was active and strong, and there had been no negative incidents throughout her 17 years of strolling through Feckenheim. Residents had grown accustomed to seeing Jenny, even though her presence often surprised visitors. She had become a beloved local figure, and someone was usually nearby to explain her routine. Unfortunately, Jenny passed away last year. Nevertheless, Jenny will always be remembered as the most amiable horse in the neighborhood. Jenny's story is undoubtedly an inspiration and heartwarming tale. The idea of a friendly horse like Jenny roaming around every town is lovely. It is a reminder of the beauty of nature and the kindness of animals. It would be wonderful to have more Jennys in the world, spreading kindness and joy wherever they go. So that's it for today. Let us know your views in the comments section below. We hope you found this story very interesting. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel, Amazing Animal Stories. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our new uploads. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.